Custom hooks leverage the power of React hooks to add additional functionality to our React apps. Since the release of the React hooks, there has been an explosive growth of custom hooks. Thousands of React devs all over the world have churned out hundreds of custom hooks that simplify most of the arduous and boring tasks we do in React projects. Welcome to JS Tech Lead channel, and you are watching 10 useful React hooks and more. Let's get started. useCopyToClipboard hook is about copying data to the clipboard. It's useful when you have functionality with Copy Content button, which is really good to copy link to some resources as an example. Second is useScript hook. It's used for loading and notifying when they're loaded external scripts dynamically. In this example, we want to add analytics to our component by loading this external script using useScript. useLocalStorage hook. Persist the state with local storage so that it remains after a page refresh. This can be useful for a dark theme. This hook is used in the same way as useState except that you must pass the storage key in the first parameter. useOnlineStatus hook. This hook uses the navigator online property to check the network status to determine if the user is connected to the internet or not. useOnlineStatus returns a Boolean value. useDocumentTitle hook. As you probably know, routing in React apps doesn't automatically update the page title. useDocumentTitle hook helps to solve exactly that. useNetworkStatus hook. It exposes the navigator connection object properties to indicate network status. Downlink indication, effective type property. It checks if the user has a slow network or not. RTT property and save data property, a Boolean value that tells if the browser is on data saver mode. useSpeech synthesis hook. This hook uses the web speech API to make text-to-sound synthesis easy to use in our React app. This hook can be found in the React Speech Kit. The useSpeech synthesis returns an object with speak function. useSpeech recognition hook. This is used for sound-to-text translation. This hook uses the web speech API to convert sound to text in our React app. The useSpeech recognition returns an object that contains listen property, a function that tells the browser to listen for audio coming from the mic. Listening, a Boolean value that indicates the browser is listening for input in the mic. Stop, a function that cancels listening for input coming from the mic. It is part of the React Speech Kit. useHandler hook. This hook is useful for optimizations. During developing, you can face with the performance issue that you can solve changing your components to pure components. But if you pass callbacks as plain functions in JSX code, you will get different references and your component will be walked through whole updating lifecycle. This hook allows you to cache function and use the same function with the same reference. useDebounce hook. This hook allows you to debounce any fast-changing value. The debounce value will only reflect the latest value when the useDebounce hook has not been called for the specified time period. When used in conjunction with useEffect, as we do in the recipe below, you can easily ensure that expensive operations like API calls are not executed too frequently. This is only a small portion of hooks which are in React world. Let's check some popular libraries that can be useful for you. React Use. In this library you will find a tons of hooks how to work with device sensors, user interactions, scroll audio, and animations. useGesture is a set of gestures that let you bind mouse and touch events to any node. With the data you receive, it becomes easy to set up complex gestures like dragging and pinching with a few lines of code. useGesture consists in multiple hooks you can attach to a component. React Adaptive hooks. This is a set of useful hooks. It can be used to add patterns for adaptive resource loading, data fetching, code splitting, and capability toggling. Using these hooks and utilities can help you give users a great experience best suited to their device and network constraints. Awesome React hooks. This is a useful GitHub README file that contains a lot of articles about hooks, many popular libs, videos, podcasts, and guides. So if you can't find the hook you need, you should definitely check this page. This was 10 useful hooks and more. Please write in comments below what are the most interesting hooks you're using in your daily life. If you like the video, hit button like and subscribe and stay tuned.